Hi folks, my name is Roger Katchuk. I'm a licensed real estate broker in New York and Pennsylvania. And today I'm here in Endicott, New York at the beautiful Western Ridge development on top of Boswell Hill. And as you can see behind me, we have another house going in. Western Ridge is really unique. Of all the developments I've seen in the southern tier, it's really got awesome infrastructure and atypical lots. And what I mean by that is it's not cookie cutter lots up here. They range in size from 1/3 of an acre up to 7 acres with a pond. They're heavily wooded, there's curb lighted streets, there's water, underground water, sewer, and electric. There is a state-of-the-art water management system in place. It's really all here for you. So once your house is constructed, it's hooking it up from the curb to the house and you're done and ready to go. So in our area, we have vintage stock housing and not a big selection of inventory to choose from. Let's talk about that a little bit and see if building might be good for you. Let's talk about our existing real estate market. Think about Cuba and the 57 Chevys driving around there, and the Cubans having to fix them up all the time because they're not getting new cars there and they're not getting new parts. We're kind of in that scenario here. We don't build a lot of new houses, and our inventory is low. It's the lowest I've seen in 15 years. National Association of Realtors has us in a 6 to 10 year low inventory period. This is something that's made worse by the fact that if you're going into an upper price point home and you're seeing it still needs kitchens, bathrooms, plumbing, heating, electric, a roof, drainage, cosmetic details, that's on top of after you buy it. So it's really frustrating out there, and more so in the last few years than I've ever seen it before. If you're in that situation, you may be the perfect candidate to build a home. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's get to the heart of the matter that I'm sure is on most people's minds. Are my taxes going to be more expensive if I build a new house? Yes, but I think you have to look at the big picture. Number one, the amount that they're going to be compared to existing isn't a gigantic number. And I'd like you to think about it this way. Let's say you buy a $300,000 home and you're within 5 years of putting on a roof, needs a new kitchen, bathroom, cosmetic repairs, furnace, plumbing, air conditioning. You could easily run up $80,000 to $100,000, $120,000 in general renovation costs. If you compare that to what taxes would be over a 10-year period, better to go with building a new house because you got current modern code features in the house. You got it the way you want. You've got a period of time where you can sit and relax and you don't have to worry about catastrophic repairs. And then when you go to sell out and maybe you cash out down the road, average American moves after 8 years. In our area, you would have one of the newest houses to sell to go onto our market. I can tell you this, having it your own way is very important. There's nothing worse than waking up in a house you don't want to be there, and there's nothing worse than that than coming home from a hard day to a house that you don't want to be in. Those are the two worst scenarios that I can think of in the living environment. So maybe buildings for you, we can go into more detail on the process. Okay, so if you've gotten this far along, you might be sitting there saying to yourself, well, geez, maybe I'd like to build a house. What do I need to do to build a house? What should I do? Well, the next thing is call me. We'll set up a consultation in my office and we'll go through project planning and what the best way to go through it during your circumstance and needs. I can tell you financing is the key thing right from the get-go. You need to know how much house you can buy right from the beginning. From there, we'll talk about draw schedules and specific needs of the house you're trying to build. We'll look at lot sales, site development, what your specific needs are, square footage of houses, what style you need, what do you need, aging in place, we got to put a gym in, we study 1960s westerns and we need to have a home theater for that. Whatever you need, we can put that into a whole package for you and come up with a pretty good idea what the project's going to be and the costs are going to be. And like I said before, it's about 6 months to build. We can build anytime during the year. Winter's fine. Builders like to build in the winter. There's no rain, it's drier, you have to brush off snow sometimes, but then you just plow right ahead. So 6 months to build, that's the key thing. And then also, if you are renting, then you're all in good shape where all the build's going on. If you have a house to sell, then that's a different aspect, and we can talk about that next. So let's say you've spoken to a lender and they are telling you you're ready to go, but you need to sell your house, and now you've got to come to a decision: how do I sell my house and where do I live while the build's going on? Well, there's a couple options. Some of the larger places, rentals, apartments, have places that'll do short-term rentals for you. We can time it and get as close to where your house is closing and the new build is done and you're ready to go. We can talk about that in more detail. At First Tioga, what I offer is a little bit different in the industry here. There is about 250 real estate brokers in the southern tier. If you look from Binghamton to Corning, from Ithaca to Sayre, Pennsylvania. And my office is the only one that's on all 4 boards of realtors: Ithaca, Greater Binghamton, Elmira, Corning, and Northern Pennsylvania. And what we do is we quadruple list all our homes on all 4 boards of realtors, and that gets you in front of thousands of agents instead of just the Greater Binghamton market. Because we get lots of people one works at Cornell, one works at Binghamton University, and one's at Wilson Hospital, and one's at Arnott. So we cover the whole range. We do very beautiful drone aerial photography, high definition interior photography, videos, things that no one else in the area does. You can call around and ask. We're located at the office at downtown Owego in the historic Delaware and Hudson building. It's a blacksmith shop and horse stables that we've converted. We can talk about a detailed marketing plan for your house that no one in the area can do and match. On top of this, we're going to put it on hundreds of websites. It's going to be on close to 200 broker websites throughout the southern tier, plus hundreds of third-party sites, not only including Zillow and Realtor.com, etc., but hundreds of others I couldn't even give you the name right now. It's a comprehensive marketing plan, and the bottom line is anybody in the world that knows that they want to buy a house in this region is going to know yours is for sale. The pricing part of it, we build the appraisal with you on a 70-inch screen in my office. I just don't wave a number at you and say this is what we came up with. We show you the comps, how they were arrived at in relation to square foot values, and then we get the house ready to go on the market. So if that's a concern of yours, you need to sell your house, we've got it covered. We've been doing it a long time, and we do massive national marketing. So give me a call and we can start the process on that. So let's go on to the next thing that may be of interest. If you're considering building and you want to come for a meeting, I want you to be rest assured that I've got the background to take you through and guide you on this. Some of you know me from the past, and you know that I've had more than 30 houses with clients built in the New York State area, and I've worked overseas in more than 30 countries, and I've been involved and consulted on over $100 million of new construction in real estate and commercial real estate throughout Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Europe. And I bring my expertise to building homes here in Western Ridge. There's not many questions I can't answer, and if I don't have the specific question answered, I have the resources to find out and get it handled. I'm a great problem solver. So if you want to build a house in the top of the line, state-of-the-art community in the southern tier, water, sewer, electric, cable, all the infrastructure, and I'm telling you, no other development has this type of infrastructure in place with these size lots, heavily wooded, up on a hill, out of a flood zone. Western Ridge for you. Come on up, take a drive through, take a walk through. See what you think. Call me, make an appointment. We'll get together, see what you think. It doesn't cost you anything to talk with me. It's worth your while to sit and chat. It'll open your mind. And I think that you'll see and know things about building that you never thought about before, and this could be the way for you to go.